So excited to be here today. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. So um, today is about 1 year, almost to the day of last year when at the New York AWS Summit, uh, our VP Swami introduced the fact that we were going to be launching uh, Q in QuickSight and starting a whole new generative BI capability with Bedrock inside of QuickSight. And we're going to be doing something similar today. We're going to be pre-announcing the availability of a new program called QuickSight Learning Champions today. So the plan for us today, we've already had you join the QuickSight community. I know that that's a big piece for everyone, but I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the state of QuickSight learning today, and then I'm going to talk to you about the new QuickSight Community Learning Champions program that we are launching this fall. We're going to talk about the benefits and opportunities of being a QuickSight Learning Champion and help you understand exactly how to get started. By way of background, I'm going to give you a little bit more personal information as well. So in addition to this being the 1 year anniversary of us announcing to the world that Q and QuickSight was coming, when we get to this time of year, it's my anniversary. So 6 years ago is when I began my learning journey with QuickSight. And I am so delighted to have had mentors, people who taught me QuickSight, like Joe Sknuckle and Tracy Dougherty and Jesse Gebhardt. And now I get to lead a small team that are helping us really advance learning. But what we have created thus far over the first several years of QuickSight, and especially for those of you that have been with us on the journey for a while, you know that innovation happens very, very quickly in QuickSight. And so the learning environment that we've created today, I think, really does give you a fairly continuous learning experience. So 2 years ago, we relaunched the QuickSight community, which actually has been a part of the QuickSight product strategy right from the start, but it really took off in a new level when we relaunched it 2 years ago. We consider the QuickSight community to be the people who use QuickSight and also the technology, the website that we've built as your place to ask, answer, and learn with others. But last year, we made a really important enhancement to the community, and we launched the QuickSight Learning Dashboard. In addition to the QuickSight Learning Series, that gives us this really continuous way of helping support the people who are trying to create their next superpower, the ability to use QuickSight to drive insights by in-person and web-based learning. We really have worked hard to make sure that the way that we support you is enabling you to actually find us in person when there are live learning events, and we publicize those on the community. There happens to be one happening today in Vancouver. And for those of you in the Los Angeles area, we will be at the Powered by QuickSight event on Thursday. I would love to meet you there. We also do, as Maddie said, live web events every week and sometimes more than once a week, where we're doing the QuickSight Learning Series to help you go deeper. And we have on-demand training that is available through the QuickSight Learning Dashboard and through AWS training and certification. And most importantly, we have the community to help support you with that social learning side of things, which is so critically important. I'm giving you this background because I really want to emphasize how important it is that we're really at the beginning of what I consider to be a movement towards data-driven insights. And the way that the tools that I just described come together best, I think, is in the QuickSight Learning Dashboard, which is one of my favorite projects that I've been a part of. When we started this project with my team, Marian Akagi and Maitri Brambot are the authors who created the Learning Dashboard, and it's continuously being developed with new enhancements almost every few weeks. But for those of you that don't already know about the QuickSight Learning Dashboard, it is available to you from directly inside QuickSight product and houses all of the curated learning resources that we have put together over time. And I'd love to just remind you, if you hadn't already been aware of it, that this is probably one of the best ways to quickly and easily introduce someone to QuickSight. So whether you're just getting started and you can watch a little 3-minute video, or if you wanted to go deeply into becoming, say, an author and going through, start to finish all of our learning resources on how to create your first dashboard and then enhance it with interactivity, all of those resources are here. I'd really love to emphasize today how we'd like to really make it so that it's not the best kept secret anymore. So we want to really highlight some new ways that we intend to help recognize and reward people who are helping us lead the way to learning success for people who are trying to figure out how to use QuickSight to drive data-driven decisions and to get access to data that they never had before, and to get insights from those data and take actions from the data. In the community and with the learning resources that I was just describing, for quite some time, we've been recognizing our top experts. So we highlight in our articles and blogs the success stories that people are having. We recognize people for their Q&A engagement. So every quarter, we announce the top 10 QuickSight experts who are actively answering questions that are posted to the community. And we host special events and give recognition with really cool gear. I don't know if you can see my favorite new item is this nice little Q button, which is part of our new swag kit. But it's not just about answering questions. I think that what we're attempting to begin today for the next big wave of activity, we're trying to increase the ways that you can participate and be recognized and rewarded for being an advocate for QuickSight and all the ways to use it to drive insights. So today I'd love to introduce the concept of QuickSight Community Learning Champions. And many of you may already feel like you are a learning champion for QuickSight. I know the people who work with me in Palo Alto probably feel like I'm advocating and teaching people about QuickSight all the time. But we now have a formal program that we're launching called QuickSight Community Learning Champions. And so let's talk a little bit about what we expect that to be. Most importantly, I want to help you understand that there's no one way to learn. There's no one right way to learn. But what we do want to do, we really believe that part of success with learning QuickSight is making sure that we really ace the getting started process. It should be one of the fastest success paths that you have by going directly to the QuickSight community and the learning dashboard and the learning resources in it. And then going deeper is something that we do with the weekly learning events and the in-person learning events that are traveling the globe. Being able to quickly figure out, what kind of insight you were looking for, and then going deeper. We announce new features, as you know, all the time. And so having that kind of anchor point of the QuickSight community learning dashboard and learning series that we do really encompasses the way that you can go and really dive deeply into QuickSight. So we want to recognize you as you dive deep in your own learning and as you help others feel like they are successfully engaging with learning materials. We also want to recognize you for helping us to scale those insights. So whether you are presenting at conferences like one of our community heroes here about ways to use QuickSight, or you are sharing your beautiful visualization that may have been posted to the QuickSight Arena gallery on the community and posting that to your LinkedIn. Those are ways that help to scale insights. It's also true that you scale insights every day when you, as an author, publish a dashboard and share it with hundreds and thousands of people. So if any of those are the kinds of examples of how you personally are either helping to get started, dive deeper, or scale up insights, we want to recognize and reward you as part of this new Learning Champions kind of club, if you will. I also want to emphasize how important it is, we think, that you be biased for action on learning about new features. So with the rapid pace of innovation, especially in the world that we live in now with generative AI powering QuickSight, with the Q in QuickSight, there's so much that we almost think of it as rolling thunder. There's another new announcement coming every couple of weeks, but there are people that are writing blogs and being really biased for not only adopting and giving us feedback on new products, but making it publicly accessible. So for instance, Anthology was part of our general availability launch announcement just at the end of April. And they're a huge, important educational company that is using the newest QuickSight natural language data Q&A. And more than just building it into their product, they're helping others learn about it because they're working with us on blog posts that help to drive that learning process. So these are the kind of things that we would like to be able to recognize and reward participants in the Community Learning Champions program for. I'm gonna share with you for a second the one of my favorite videos of all time on TED. This is a little bit old, but I want to give you that feeling of what we're looking for here. And hopefully we're going to start a movement again towards this learning environment that we were talking about at the beginning and what's coming next.
So let's watch a movement happen start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons from it. First, of course, you know, a leader needs the guts to stand out and be ridiculed. But what he's doing is so easy to follow. So here's his first follower with a crucial role. He's going to show everyone else how to follow. Now notice that the leader embraces him as an equal. So now it's not about the leader anymore, it's about them, plural. Now there he is calling to his friends. Now if you notice that the first follower is actually an underestimated form of leadership in itself. It takes guts to stand out like that. The first follower is what transforms a lone nut into a leader. And here comes a second follower. Now it's not a lone nut, it's not two nuts. 3 is a crowd, and a crowd is news. So a movement must be public. It's important to show not just the leader, but the followers, because you find that new followers emulate the followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, and immediately after, 3 more people. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point. Now we've got a movement. So notice that as more people join in, it's less risky. So those that were sitting on the fence before now have no reason not to. They won't stand out. They won't be ridiculed, but they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. So over the next minute, you'll see all of the those that prefer to stick with the crowd, because eventually they would be ridiculed for not joining in. And that's how you make a movement. But let's recap some lessons from this. So first, if you are the type, like the shirtless dancing guy, that is standing alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals. So it's clearly about the movement, not you. Okay.
We are right at the forefront, and many of you who are participating today are the ones that were the shirtless dancing guy, the lone nuts that found QuickSight, and you made it work for you, and you're just trying to build momentum in your organization. I hope that the kind of things that we have built for accessing QuickSight and the learning materials and the answers that you need in a way that really helps support you, are helping you to quickly and easily create those followers, because you know that you can come to us and that you can trust that we're going to have great examples for you, and those proof points are then going to just keep piling on. The number of powerful business and organizational outcomes that are being derived from the insights that are driven from QuickSight is astonishing. I could probably spend the rest of the morning sharing with you my favorite examples, things like Traeger grills and their story with using QuickSight, or things like last year's announcement that Swami made and these astonishing videos that have been created for how you can use generative BI. I will show you that in a moment, but I would love to invite you to become part of the in crowd and help us really champion the things that are possible with QuickSight. I'll share with you the links that I'm showing on the screen as well. I'll share my slides as well if you like. Last week in Austin, Texas, there was a fantastic presentation in the Imagine EDU conference for state and local government leaders, that the University of Pittsburgh was talking about how they are building champions and they are committed to excellence. And building champions is not a one-time thing. It's something that you're constantly wanting to raise the bar. So that is exactly what we hope to do with the QuickSight Learning Champions program. And what we will be doing is fundamentally helping those of you who have already gone through your awareness and onboarding and have now started adopting QuickSight and building your own knowledge, but also beginning to advocate for QuickSight and sharing the way that you are using it by nurturing a sense of belonging and motivation in the people who are in your stakeholder group and your network. We would like to recognize and reward you by becoming part of the Learning Champions program. So there previously, when you think about like AWS and training and certification, there's a lot of courses that you can take to learn. But I think we're moving so quickly through the world of learning now, especially as we as humans are all becoming empowered by AI to be even more effective in what we do. We need to help each other along, and we need to have a place where we can nurture each other in very authentic ways. So what I'm going to encourage you to be doing is help us think even more broadly about ways that we can support you more, and ways that you are supporting those that are following in your path and becoming part of that in-group that are beginning to use QuickSight. What we'd like you to share with us today, if you're interested in partnering closely with us, is the way that you are becoming a QuickSight champion yourself. Some of you, it's all about just going as deep as you can and learning QuickSight to the nth degree of depth. Most people get started by doing a course or a workshop or some sort of a video. It is easy for you now to demonstrate to us that you are up to speed with the latest materials, because we've just so recently launched a complete expert authoring course, part 1 and part 2. So if you've already done that, share that with us and let us know that you're up to date on that. But that's not the only way to demonstrate it. So if you are already authoring on QuickSight and sharing your dashboards publicly with, say, hundreds of people, I'm going to say highly scaled, but think, tens, hundreds, thousands of people, you don't probably need to go through all of the course to demonstrate that you are an expert and that you are a learning champion. We'd like for you to just share those artifacts that help make sense so that we can just know that you are well on your way. We also have ways that you can publish on QuickSight's Arena gallery. And so some of you may be sharing your expertise by posting on Arena. It's a fantastic new way to actually engage with our experts that are trying to answer your really in-depth questions by being able to point to an example on Arena. And so these are some of the things that we think are going to be the types of activities that we'd like to recognize within our QuickSight Champions program. I want to be more precise now about what we envision as the initial benefits and opportunities to letting us know that you're a QuickSight champion and letting us support you even more. So the thing that we are intending to do, and we've done this in a very ad hoc manner. Some of you may have met with us at reInvent, for example, in the Breakfast Club, or in some of the special events that we do when we gather together. We would like to make sure that when our QuickSight learning champions, our community learning champions, are actually taking their time to go to AWS events, like reInvent and summits and like our Powered by QuickSight events, we'd like to make sure that you feel like a VIP and that you have an invitation to exclusive events that help you learn from others and learn from the newest capabilities. We'd like to actually invite you to product management, early access to launches, and to thought leadership sessions that we would do. This is going to be an important part of the QuickSight Learning Champions program. It will require an NDA, so we'd like to share with you confidential information, and we'll have a process for going through that. We also, for the first time publicly, will be offering the opportunity for you to have direct access to the QuickSight Learning Dashboard. So let's talk about that for a minute. I'm going to just show you a couple of quick examples. So the QuickSight Learning Dashboard is available to you directly in product. So let me show you. Here's the console version of the QuickSight Learning Dashboard. This is in my login through Amazon. When you click here in the upper corner and click Getting Started, this opens up an embedded version of the QuickSight Learning Dashboard that is publicly available to everyone. This is what most people see when they are looking at the Learning Dashboard. A moment for you on my current favorite learning resource. It's right here. This little link right here is a 3-minute video that shows the complete power of generative BI and Q and QuickSight. It takes you through starting with natural language data Q&A, directly through using natural language to build a dashboard, and wraps up with data stories. So don't miss this link here, and we'll put this link in the chat window. But what we do when we have direct console access, let me show you. This is what it looks like inside Amazon and my account. And so what you have direct access to when you have the console version is a dashboard gallery that I'm interacting with as a reader, because this is a dashboard authored by the people that work on my team. But I have direct access to the natural language data Q&A for the topics and the kind of data that is lying behind all of the versions of sample dashboards on the learning dashboard. So when I look here, I can actually now use the natural language Q&A to dive into the product details, ask questions, etc. That's not yet possible on our external version here. You will be seeing the Demo Central have that enhancement, because on April 30th, we did announce the embedded SDK version of the natural language Q&A. But in addition to that, we have the executive stories are available here so that you can quickly and easily get a summary of the data inside your dashboards. And then you can also build data stories when you have the live access to the learning dashboard. Most importantly, and I'm not going to go through a full demo here, we have other resources available for that, but I did want to highlight that we have been aggressively building out industry-specific dashboards on the learning dashboard. For instance, the marketing dashboard that is highlighted in some of our launch announcements from reInvent and in our session on building topics. So when internal Amazonians come to this learning dashboard, they can click on the marketing dashboard and they immediately get linked to the dashboard with the natural language Q&A and the ability to have the executive summaries and data stories for this. But what they also have for each and every one of the dashboards here, the automotive dashboard, the IMDb dashboard, the telecom dashboard, all of these beautiful dashboards, pharmaceuticals, etc., they have the ability to click over here on Save As. And when you click Save As here, you can just give it a name. And for those of you that have played with this feature before, you can now save this as an analysis and you have full access to the data, the dashboard, and the ability to create your own topic. And so you don't have to start from scratch in building this beautiful dashboard. You can actually take the data set and just start modifying it and accelerate your path towards creating really important jumps forward in the learning objectives that you might have within your organization. And so for the first time, if you become a QuickSight Learning Champion, we now have a mechanism, a way for you to get access directly to the QuickSight Learning Dashboard in the console form that you're seeing here. And so we'd love for those of you that want to empower yourselves with this beautiful new dashboard as a building block for your own learning championship. That will be a part of the QuickSight Community Learning Champions program. I'm going to show you one more thing about that. I do have a beautiful slide. I'm going to show you, literally, this is new as of the last few days. But we get a lot of questions because pixel perfect reporting is something that is exclusively available to you in a modern data visualization tool on QuickSight. And so my team has been working hard on creating a new pixel perfect report on the learning dashboard that looks like this. So I'm showing you what will be coming to the learning dashboard. And what we'd love to also do is help share reporting on all the new learning resources that come to you through the community and the learning dashboard. So just in the last month, since the end of June, we have 411 different kinds of resources, and you can see all the different kinds here. But we also are adding all the time more new content. So 15 new resources have been added last month, including things like the industry demos for auto insights powered by Q events. And to be honest, we're just getting started. So as we get started rolling out the benefits, I'd love to share with you a bit about what we think, the Amazon Learning Champions would look like. This is a picture of our internal team, all of whom are learning champions. Myself, Kristen, Maddie, Julia, Sam. It's so exciting to see all these friendly faces here. This is just 2 weeks ago at the New York Summit. But there's internal Amazonians who are part of our BI, subject matter expert, and technical field communities. So you're already a part of the Champions program. You know that you are, but we'd like to invite you to officially register for the program and be known as an Amazon Learning Champion. We also have community champions. For instance, I was talking earlier about how important the experts are in having propelled the searchable answers and the response time for getting questions answered in the community. So the people that we'd like to become part of the QuickSight Learning Champions program would be people who need to make data-driven decisions, whether you're a line of business executive like myself who has someone working for them who is building dashboards, but you need to be able to really effectively utilize data stories and executive summaries and the kind of natural language Q&A. We'd love to invite professionals, whether you're business focused or technical focused, to be champions. We do know, and the heart of QuickSight users really does lie in those that are working in the authoring environment all day, the people who can connect to data and really get the most out of structured data and providing, business analysts, BIEs, and developers even who are building it into their applications. All of you could become QuickSight Learning Champions. If you already do have expert status with us, you'll be part of our program from the beginning. But if you're just getting started and you want to let us know that this is of interest to you, we'd love to invite you first to share your intent that you'd like to be part of the community of learning champions. So this furthest left, this QR code is a link to a survey that will allow you to introduce yourself to us and share what you would like to aspire to champion from the learning standpoint. And then between now and the end of this quarter, so by September 30th, we'd like to make sure everybody is starting to help us understand, what your credentials are. And we'd like to be very flexible about the way that you're demonstrating your expertise to us. I showed earlier a set of ideas about what's important to us. Making it easy for people to follow you down the path of onboarding and getting started is one really important thing. Knowing how to go deep and be biased for action on the newest and latest features is also something that's really important to us. So there's some things that you'll see in terms of what credentials we'd be looking for. The easiest thing, kind of the table stakes, is have you taken the advanced authoring and Gen BI courses? But we're very open to having you share with us a highly scaled example of your authoring expertise as well. So the second QR code is an example of how you can submit to us your kind of champion credentials, and then we'd love to make you a part of the Learning Champions program and begin inviting you to our special events. So we'd love to have you who are our early adopters. I know that many of you have been with us for a long time, but we'd love to help you be even more productive, spreading the good word about how QuickSight and specifically Q and QuickSight can be your newest superpower.